Every year, the city of Reno in Nevada plays host to one of the world's greatest aviation spectacles, the National Championship Air Races. Over 200,000 people come through the gates over the week of the show to see aircraft from biplanes to jets compete in these legendary pylon races.
The magic of Reno is the fastest motorsport on earth. We have airplanes that are flying over 500 miles an hour, and there's nothing to match it. This has been 44 years. It's been an extremely successful event, and it is the only remaining air race of its type in the world. Thus, we bring people in from everywhere. Once a year we gather, and once a year we race, and once a year we fly fast, fly low, and turn left.
If you think about what we're doing out here, it's really the last venue in aviation that you can come out and actually compete fairly fiercely. It is formation flying out there, but I guarantee you the majority of us are not out here in a parade. It is racing.
It's the closest thing to the golden age of racing that people in my generation missed. So this is the top. Fastest airplanes in the world, no question, right here.
I'll admit it's fairly intense, but I enjoy it. And I think when I enjoy it the most is after I land, I roll clear, and we've had a good race, and it's a feeling of excitement and exhilaration that I can't even describe to you. I wish I could.
The races have 6 different classes, including biplane, Formula One and Sport, with each class being split into gold, silver and bronze. There's also a class for vintage World War II trainers, the T6 class. As well as a class for jet aircraft. Whatever the class, the racing itself is fiercely competitive.
We are allowed to pass on the inside, although as long as you keep them inside until the pass is complete, and mainly the passing goes on the outside. So that becomes where it gets very interesting out here.
First of all, I think you have to be conscious of people around you and give quarter when you need to, and be aggressive when the time is correct and it's safe. And being able to delineate that is sometimes hard. Some people can't do it. They just turn into get this racer mentality and they do silly things. And so I think being a good race pilot is knowing when you can push things and when not to.
It's a lot of fun. It's quite exhilarating to go 30 feet off the ground at 400 and something miles an hour with another airplane and be on his wing trying to get around him, trying to look for his weakness, find a different line that actually can better your speed and eventually pass him.
The races aren't just full of vintage aircraft. This Nemesis NXT is a cutting-edge design that began life in a garage in California. Its pilot and designer is John Sharp.
You know, the first thing you start with is a vision or something in your mind's eye to try to determine, you know, what you want to do. And so, you know, we knew that we wanted to go fast in the sport class, and so that was good. So then you start sitting down literally on bar napkins almost and sketching and coming along with what you want shape-wise. Then you start doing the aerodynamic tailoring and things like that. And once you have a solid a loft, as we call it, a full shape, then you start cutting it up into molds and making parts and putting it together. So that whole process took us about almost 4 years.
And at Reno, the aircraft became a record breaker.
We set a qualifying speed record here earlier in the week, and we set a race record, speed record yesterday, so now we have 2. So that's good.
And the road to Reno for the pilots and aircraft owners.
Out of the season last year, we started the night the airplane got back into the hangar, and we finished, if you could call it finished. Let's say we ceased operations to come up here and race on, let's say, 5 days ago, and we worked 8-10 hours a day every day since Reno last year to get the airplane back here this year and be faster.
But despite all the hard work and enormous costs involved, the pilots keep coming back year after year.
Well, I was a military pilot in the U.S. Air Force. I flew F-111s. I enjoy flying low, flying fast. And so there's the thrill of flying, but the thing that's really kept me in it is the camaraderie. We're a family when we come here. I see these people 1 week a year or 10 days out of the year, but we really are a family, and we have a lot of fun together. We're all very, very competitive, and so we get to go out, take some of the most high-performance airplanes on the planet, best pilots in the world, and we go out and we race each other, and then we have a good time when we're not racing.
For many people, the highlight of the championships is the unlimited class. Veteran World War II fighter aircraft, highly modified engines that fly the Reno course at speeds in excess of 500 miles an hour. Limited class saw some spectacular races. In the silver competition, Joe Thibodeau in Seahawk had a hard-fought duel with Dan Fox. The race was finally won by Thibodeau.
Certainly the man out front has the edge. The course is his, and he dictates the line that's going to be flown. Dan is extremely competent. He's been out here many years and flew a very tight line, and kept me from the best line. Once I got out in front, it's real nice when you're in clean air and when you're out front. You don't have to. You can pick where you want to go. So.
Thibodeau's victory was witnessed by his son JP, who also races at Reno in the biplane class.
Being able to share it with my father is extraordinary. Again, it's besides being my father, he's a mentor, a best friend, and someone to share strategies with and discuss air racing with. So there's a little bit more than just being able to go race with your father. It's racing with your mentor. So it's a very special gift, and one I'll forever be thankful for, and I'll never forget.
The blue ribbon event of the show is the Gold Unlimited category. This year saw an epic duel between John Penny, the Bearcat called Rare Bear, and Michael Brown in the Hawker Sea Fury. Rare Bear is a particularly amazing aircraft. It has an engine that can exceed 4,300 horsepower, making it the most powerful single-engined aircraft in the world. Despite its power, September Fury kept it at bay for a number of laps. John Penny eventually passed Brown to the delight of the crowd, who went on to win the title, the trophy, and the coveted yellow jacket.
Well, it was pretty exciting. Mike Brown, he was leading the first lap there, and he's a great competitor. It was, it was a challenge to get past him. He's got a great airplane, got a great team. We have a great airplane, and I feel the best racing team in the world.